Ever since childhood, being able to drive has always been a concept that continues to excite us to this day. Whether it's the thought of having the freedom to travel wherever you can imagine, or the many journeys that lie ahead. Sure, driving may seem like a fun experience at first. However, it's not something that should be taken lightly or ignored. Time flies quicker than it seems, and in a matter of only a few years, our generation is going to be the next in line to be out and traversing these roads. Although we have driver's ed courses designed to teach us all the safety precautions and legal regulations, the truth is, while on the road, there may be a situation that no one will be able to prevent, because no amount of information can account for one of the most dangerous and unpredictable driving hazards in America. We've seen how far technology has influenced our lives in the past few decades, especially our generation in particular, as we have become completely immersed in our mobile devices. And ever since then, it's come to that our society has adopted technology into our everyday lives, making us overall less attentive and active, which are crucial factors when on the road. Because stricter laws involving alcohol have been enforced over the last few decades, there have been an evident decrease in drunk driving accidents. On the other hand, the dangers of texting and driving is a creeping threat that continues to rise to this day, making it a far more pressing matter. The main factor that sets texting and driving from drunk driving is the fact that 1 second is all it takes to cause a collision, which in itself is frightening because our subconscious mind tells our eyes to immediately look towards our phones upon getting a text. But that's not the point. Too many people these days use their cell phones while on the road without the realization that they're endangering other people's lives as well as their own. It's because they're naive. They think that they're invincible and they'll never understand what consequences it can lead to until it's too late. You may be one of these people with this mindset, so hopefully the statistics that are about to be shown will help prevent this from happening to you. As of 2015 in the US alone, the National Safety Council recorded an estimated 1.6 million crashes each year caused just by distracted driving, which makes up 80% of all crashes. People who text and drive are 6 times as likely to get into a car accident as opposed to someone who drinks and drives. This number continues to increase each year. Teens are 4 times more likely to get into a cell phone related driving accident than their parents, where a teenager who texts and drives are 23 times more likely, which is why 11 teen drivers die every day. 5 seconds is the minimal amount of attention that a driver who texts takes away from the road. If traveling at 55 miles per hour, this equals a driving length of a football field without even looking at the road. And according to AT&T's teen driver survey, 97% of teens agree that texting while driving is dangerous, yet 43% do it anyways. This goes to show how irresponsible and careless people who text while driving are. The idea that these drivers are putting other lives in danger yet are fully aware of it is just disappointing. It seems like many people who text and drive simply don't care about the consequences, because they believe that they'll never be involved in that kind of situation, even though the threat of getting into an accident while texting and driving is very real, as clearly shown by the statistics. Too many innocent people in this nation have been taken by the hands of these irresponsible drivers, causing pain and grief to the friends and families of the victims. It's really depressing to imagine how in an instant, all of a person's hopes, dreams, and memories fade away, and everything that they ever were and ever will be will become irrelevant, all because of a single text. Our mobile devices have had control over our lives for far too long, causing unnecessary suffering and destruction in its wake. And now it's come to a time that it will be dealt with, once and for all. Introducing Project Overwatch, the national protocol that will permanently eliminate all threats of texting and driving with their use of their newly developed safety system, the Drive Guard. The only true way to prevent a person from picking their phone while driving is simply by making the phone unusable. The way the system works is that once the ignition switch is turned, it would send a signal to the main chip that activates the device. Upon activation, the device will emit a low-frequency electromagnetic pulse that will temporarily disable all handheld devices within the driver's seat area. The frequency will continue to pulse at a steady rate, meaning that in theory, the phone will remain disabled until the engine is turned off. Drive guards also come equipped with GPS tracking chips that allows law enforcement and paramedics to react immediately should there be an emergency. What sets Drive Guard apart from past inventions is its ability for the driver to distance themselves from any forms of distraction while neutralizing the threat of phone usage while on the road. In other words, getting rid of the problem before it becomes one. This device has the potential to save so many lives in this nation by finally putting an end to texting and driving that has claimed the lives of so many. No more will innocent people fall to the hands of irresponsible drivers, and their loved ones will mourn and suffer no longer, as the future will usher in new waves of vast technologies and inventions to ensure the safety of the next generation.